satisfied. I need you, God, I need you. I'm listening to every word you said to me. You have my heart and please believe awaken me. Feels like time flies, way from the start. As you breathe new life into my broken heart. I'm never wasting time. Your arms are open wide. I just wanna stay right here with you. I need our conversations. There's no point in waiting. This song is far to take it. I just wanna stay with you. I just wanna stay with you. Daily, all I wanna do is keep talking to you. It's what I want. Speak now, listening. All I wanna do is keep talking to you. I just wanna stay with you. I just wanna keep talking. I just wanna keep talking to you. I just wanna keep talking. I just wanna keep talking to you. I just wanna keep talking. I just wanna keep talking to you. I just wanna keep talking. I just wanna keep talking to you. You are what I want daily. All I wanna do is keep talking to you. It's what I want. Speak now, I'm listening. All I wanna do is keep talking to you. I just wanna stay with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your favorite Saturday night podcast filled with laughter, vibes, awesome jams, and that real talk. Because we're keeping it 100. It's the Vibe O'Clock Study right now. Brought to you by the YPG. Taking things to another level.
You got that right. Everybody right now wants to be connected to the Vibe O'Clock. We are back, and today we are back with one more show. This show is going to be, what is the adjective of the day? It's your turn.
Fuego.
Fuego.
Fuego, fire, flames, all
Flames.
the above.
Ironically,
Yes.
we just had a post in which we posted to another level in different languages.
I saw that. I
And
liked it.
I see a lot of people being trapped by it. They can't figure out what the different languages are. If you didn't, we're going to post it here shortly for you guys to have a look at it. And maybe you might just know the languages. I'm not writing solo, but I'm here. What's good, Vinny?
What's up, fam? I want to see those fire flame emojis because today is going to be hot. We have our questions, we have our guests, we have the vibes. What more is needed? Tell me, PJ.
I don't think there is more needed, except that you guys got to take this link, share it with your friends, and tell them that they are not in the vibes if they're not connected to the vibe. So right now they can connect with us. We are going to start with that introductory, and isn't that what they say? What's that induction? You know, when you start first year, and it's your first few days, your induction and stuff. We're gonna have that introduction track just for you guys to have that chance to go share the vibes, share the links with them, and make sure that they don't stay out of the loop. We're gonna be right back. Stay connected. Yeah, no, that's all good. You know, go for it. You know, we play it. You know, with that thing
we just warm it up.
Exactly, warm it up. You know, feel like a DJ. You know, it's happening right now, and all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna be connected with you. We're gonna be right back. Make sure that they connect with us.
With your shadow in trouble, you're my fortress, my every need. You are my source. I lay under your wings. They're throwing arrows, but I can't feel a thing. Don't have to be afraid, 'cause you are my hiding place, hiding place. Hey. trust in you, cause you're so faithful, hey, you're so mighty, ever present, help in trouble, in you everything. I lay under your wings. They're throwing arrows, but I can't feel a thing. Don't have to be afraid, cause you are my hiding place, hiding place.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Vibe O'Clock, giving you a Saturday night of laughter, chill jams, hot topics, and real talk. It's just not a Saturday night without it. Tune in to the Vibe O'Clock every Saturday from 7 p.m. on Freedom On Air Radio, or catch us live on Facebook or Instagram at YPGRSA. You don't want to miss it, because in the YPG, we got too much sauce. Too much sauce.
Yeah, it's on. This is the Vibe O'Clock. Today we're going to be talking about the wide angle. Remember, we have begun the series of the different angles, perspectives, and how that is relevant to our lives. We're also going to be shortly connecting with our coordinator from Northwest, specifically in Joburton. And we are going to start off right now with the answering of questions. Today, instead of 3, we're going to answer 2. I received 3 here for the day, but I'm going to answer 2. And once again, just repeating, that we're going to be giving the best of ourselves to answer these questions. These questions are quite open. So there are different circumstances around it. So it might be a little bit difficult sometimes for us to get the full scope of what's going on and how to react under all these circumstances. But I promise you we're going to give it our best to be able to answer to the best of our abilities in the hope that you will be attended to. If not, then alternatively you can DM us and we'll obviously, according to your situation, be able to answer you. Or you can get in touch on our helpline or look for the coordinator at your YPG branch. I'm sure that she will be more than willing to attend to you, to listen to you. All right. The first question goes as follows. I have anger issues, and in my anger, I often do things that end up hurting those around me. Please help me. You want to start this one, Vinny?
I'm glad that you've already acknowledged you have anger issues, which is the first step already to the change.
Good start.
That's a very good start. I mean, without acceptance, there is no need. There is no change, rather. Number one, you need to first find out what triggers this anger, because anger doesn't just come out of the blue. It has a trigger. what activates your reason for anger? What activates your reason to maybe have an outburst or an exchange of words, or what makes you upset? That's the first thing you need to understand. Obviously, in the question, we don't know exactly what triggers you, but you need to find out what makes you angry. Is there something that when it's said, it makes you upset? Is it people who maybe doubt you? Is it how people look at you? Is it something that is said, or is it a past memory that brings up all these anger issues? You need to learn first to identify that, because that's what's going to help you make the change. And obviously, with that, you have to stop and use your mind over your heart. It's something it's almost our slogan here in the Vibe Clock, the mind over the heart. Because at the end of the day, you need to also stop and think about this. If this is not making me happy, if this is making people around me upset, I need to stop. I need to start doing the opposite. When I feel triggered, I need to breathe. I need to, put myself on pause before reacting. Thinking before you speak helps. Thinking before you reacting makes a huge difference. And sometimes a pause can make a big difference in your life.
Yeah.
Just stopping, thinking about your words, thinking about your actions, and then dealing with the situation as it comes. So you need to be self-aware. You need to know what triggers you. You need to know what brings up this anger. I think those two are very important. And when it comes, it's a mental decision. You need to go against what you feel.
Yeah.
If something is telling you to backchat or to speak badly or speak rudely or insult someone, remember, the mind needs to kick in. If I insult, if I speak rudely, I'm not helping the situation.
Yeah.
I'm making it worse.
Definitely.
So it's good to stop, it's good to measure, and from there, you'll be in control, not your emotions.
Definitely, and it is your mind that tells you that you were hurting those people. Your mind is the one, your intelligence is reminding you that look what you did when you listened to your emotions. Look what you've done. Look at the pain you have caused by listening. And in as much as it seems like when we listen, when our heart is in that war, it is, we're in that conflict between our heart and our mind, it seems like our intelligence, our mind is not trying to help us in any way.
Yeah.
It seems like, our intelligence is quiet, it's silent, but it's not. Our intelligence is the one that reminds us of the consequences of those bad choices, and specifically in this case, the choice of listening to what you're feeling. In this case, your anger. So your mind, the next time you're angry and you're about to, you're triggered, you're on the edge of reacting with your anger, your mind will remind you, do you remember what happened last time? Because usually we remember memories and bad memories more than good memories. And bad memories are there to remind us of the lessons we need to learn from the bad situations or the bad outcomes of our bad decisions. So it's a matter of you listening. And, anger is something that it's so interesting because it comes and goes. Are you angry right now? You might be angry right now. If you're not, you will be. If you are angry, you won't be angry non-stop. There'll be a moment where you will not be angry. Of course, there are people who live angrier than the usual, but no one is angry 24/7. Even people I know a lot of people who are moody. They've got mood swings, but I mean they're not. I know someone who this person is often moody. I've seen this person quite a few times, quite moody. And there was a day this person greeted me with a smile. I'm like, you, this part of you exists, because nobody's always angry. No one is always in that mood. You might be hungry. If you're hungry, eat. After you've eaten, you're no longer hungry to eat. You no longer list to eat. Once your stomach is full, you've had it and that's it. You're only going to desire food again the moment you are empty. So our anger is the same. It comes and goes. Remember, on the long term, the effects. If you put your mind in the fact that right now I'm angry, but if I take a decision based on this anger, I'm going to have to deal with the consequences later on. So think before you act. Just as we say think before you speak, also think before you act. That will play an important role. I hope it's answered your question. If you need more, then look for your coordinator, or you can alternatively DM us. We will gladly take some more time to be able to answer you. The second question goes as follows. I often feel sad or just find myself crying and I don't know why. Please help. You want to start?
For me, the answers correlate. It goes back to trigger. What activates the sadness? You need to identify that. As you said just now, you literally just gave it 100%. No one is always sad forever. No one is, angry forever. It's an emotion. It comes and goes. But you need to stop and think, what makes you sad? Did you suffer rejection? Is that playing in your mind constantly? Heartbreak, disappointments. Did someone let you down? Or did you go through something that is triggering that sadness? Or you always find yourself crying. All these things happen in your head. You can't forget that. It's all in your head. Literally, I've noticed, because I've been there a lot, many people who are sad, they live inside of their own heads and they punish themselves and they relive that painful memory over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So you kind of need to step out of your head.
Yeah.
You need to come out of that thought. You need to come out. You need to keep yourself busy. What helped me a lot overcoming my sadness, my depression, was actually coming out of that thought. Because what happened in the past would replay and I would punish myself for it. Even though it had nothing really to do with me, I was a victim of it.
Yeah.
So the best thing to do is to come out of that thought. Stop entertaining it. Stop listening to it. Stop diving into that roller coaster of emotions all the time, replaying the heartbreak, the disappointments in your mind. It comes and goes. The more you feed it, like we spoke last week, the stronger it's going to be in your head.
Definitely.
But now if you keep yourself busy with other things, if you change even the environment you're in, I hope because of your sadness, you're not the type of person who maybe locks yourself in the room and it's all dark, you close the curtains, and you keep that sadness with you, not just in your head, but around you as well. It's going to affect you. You need to step out of it.
You're going to feed that monster.
You're going to feed it, like we spoke last week as well, with the music. Remember, you had touched on the music. Now to console yourself, you listen to sad songs, heartbreaks, and those emotional deep-row songs, and you keep it there with you all this time. You need to switch it up. You need to come out of that feeling. You need to step out of that thought and expose yourself to something different. I mean, that's why we have the YPG.
Yeah. I was about to say exactly that.
It's a happy environment. There are people who are around you, and if you need to let it out, there are people who are going to listen to you. The other thing about sadness is they keep it. It's like this bottle. They don't empty. If this water is not good for me, I'm not going to drink it. I need to empty it out first, and then I can put proper water inside. So that's what you need to do. Empty those thoughts. Talk to someone. Let it out. Vent, speak. If you have to shout, by all means shout. But don't keep it in you anymore.
Yeah.
Take it out. That's why we have the help project. There's the mentors, the assistants, whatever, the coordinators, they're there to listen to you. So if you're going through something, don't bottle things up.
Yeah.
You're going to blow up like that pressure pot. You just need to let it out. Talk to someone. And from there, you're going to have more adequate guidance for you to move forward.
Definitely. I think you said it all. You mentioned it all. This is exactly what the work of the YPG is all about. And if you're feeling sad and you remove that sadness, you need to replace it with happiness. And that's exactly where our work comes in, is in leading you to receive the true happiness. And in the morrows, at every YPG hangout, we're going to be guiding you, we're going to be speaking to you, we'll be attending to you. Look for your coordinator. If there's a place that we won't judge you, it's in the YPG. Wherever you are, look for help. Don't be shy, don't be afraid. Your issues, your stories will be confidential. But as Vinny said, the environment, that makes a huge difference. I mean, if you remember in school, there would be the goth kids who would chill together. These were kids who were depressed. They would wear black, and those girls would wear those black eyeliners, and everything of theirs was black. They would slit their wrists. They would cut themselves. They would listen to those intense suicidal rock music and stuff, because they were the kind of people who could share their pain. But they were sharing their pain, not to solve the pain. They would just share the pain because they were all in pain, and maybe one or two could relate to the pain that they were feeling. And the YPG, we're not going to relate with you. Well, we can relate to the pain we once felt, but how we overcame it. I spoke at a school this week, and I was saying to them the difference between the YPG and a psychologist is that we have been through what you've been through. If not me, then Vinny. If not Vinny, then one of our coordinators will have been through what you are going through right now, and we will be able to tell you which direction to take, which decision, which path to take for you to overcome it. So don't be afraid, don't be shy to reach out. I repeat, if you want to DM us, we will gladly assist you and help you to get out of that pit of sadness. All right, we're going to go for one more break. When we come back, we are going to be chatting to Assistant Tabiso all the way in Joburton along with his wife. Last week we had Olelwa and Tutuga, right? What is his name?
I think
it was Tutuga. And they shared such an amazing story and the work which is going on there in Grahamstown. Today we are going to Joburton. So stay connected, listen to the track, and we are going to be right back. Don't move, don't move.
I don't wanna wait for the moonlight, yeah. So I'm running all the way right back to you, yeah. I wanna see the day when you stood right there. Oh, I know I wanna be the next to you.
I stay anxious for nothing, but I don't wanna wait till there's nothing left. I don't wanna stay here and be left behind. I wanna make it. I stay busy thinking about you. I'm focused on following you, 'cause you said you're coming soon. Coming like a thief in the night, yeah, yeah, yeah. The relief and delight, yeah, yeah. And look at how you paid the price when you gave your life so I could have mine. So I'ma do what you say, and I pray I can walk in your ways. I'm so grateful for you and your grace. God forbid I ever trip and be led astray. No way.
I don't wanna wait for the moonlight, yeah. So I'm running all the way right back to you, yeah. I wanna see the day when you stood right there. Oh, I know I wanna be the next to you. I've been getting tired of this old place. Make me wanna go back to my old ways now. Sin that put me down until the Lord came. Focus on the Lord until the Lord's day. I don't wanna wait until the moonlight. Suffered and he died is for this new life. Looking for the light, running from the darkness. It wasn't for me, no, it still wasn't for me. I wanna be holy, but it wasn't for free. Gave his life for me, gave his life for me. And we should be thinking it over. Got my cup running over. They focus on the moonlight. Don't lose focus.
Going through a lot, under constant stress, pressure, and life just hasn't been the easiest thing to deal with. Wanna just talk but feel like nobody gets what you're going through? Well, we do. Call our toll-free helpline number on 0800 330 320 or DM us on Facebook, Instagram or Twitter at YPG RSA and be helped by someone who gets what you're going through. Cause we've been there. Don't believe me? Try it out.
Oh, we need that. We need that young glitch. It's although lately we haven't had that much,
Nah,
but
it's not that.
it's always important to have that glitch for us to remember our humble beginnings. By the way, I was talking to him just now. We're planning some spice up on our visuals here in the Viber clock, but you guys are gonna have to wait a little bit because we're planning a young spice up here in the Viber clock. But we don't need that spice up when we've got spiced up people, special people to join us today. We have got Tabiso, our coordinator there from Joburton, who's joining us along with his wife. Look at his smile there. I hope they're not nervous. Usually when we put them here, there's that, there's that thing like when they're in the comment section, they're all tough,
Yeah.
They're all muscles there in the comment section. And when we bring
When
them
we
here,
put them here, everyone's quiet.
everyone's quiet, everyone's humble. Yeah. So they've got that thing going on. Tabisa, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Pastor, and you?
I'm doing cool. I'm doing cool. Your wife's name is
Line up.
Lina. How are you?
I'm
I'm
fine,
fine,
thanks,
thanks,
and
and
you?
you?
I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm not used to being called pastor. I'm usually used to being called PJ, but I see that in Joburton,
It's Pastor PJ in
yeah,
Joburton.
oh, yeah, Pastor PJ.
Pastor
Some
PJ.
call, Pastor PJ. Who's more nervous between the two?
I think it's me.
Oh, wow. She like threw
Yeah,
it at him.
she
She's
threw
like,
it at him already.
him, I'm here.
It's
I've
you,
got
it's
this
you.
in control. I've got this. I know him and stuff. Tell me, how did you guys meet?
Yeah. There we go again. Who start? You?
I'll start. Well, we met in the YPG past PJ. I mean, we met in the YPG, and yeah, we first began as friends, basically, and then yes, with the procedures of the dating of the YPG, we got approved, and from there we got married. Yeah, basically, yeah.
No, but we want the real
No.
story. We want the
Yeah,
real story.
she's just superficial. Lina,
She
I
took
think.
the remote and pressed fast forward.
Fast forward, exactly.
And then we jumped all the
Why are you
the nice
skipping the
parts.
chapters? We
Yes,
want
we
those
want to know.
those deep indabas there, those
Yes.
looks that Tabiso used to give you before.
Maybe it was
and-
like the movies, when they bump into each other, then
Yeah.
the paper drops, and then they put their hands over and they look at each other and they're like, "Ish,
Exactly.
it's the one."
Exactly. or was there maybe a rivalry although in rival nations and her nation was stronger than yours or tribe was better than yours? Tell us. There's some details you're skipping there, Lina.
Yes, commandment number 6 fully followed.
Good, good.
I think the time we met, she came to the church. It was on Saturday. It was the first time I see her on YPG that day because I don't know what happened. It was I found her at the church, but I didn't see her since I was at the church. I think for about 2 years or 1 year. Then that's when I see her for the first time when we were doing braai. It was on Saturday we're making braai for the youth. So all the youth were gathered there that day. And then I was working at insurance company, so I had clients that I had to see to where she's staying. So after we ate braai and everything, that's when we went together because she was going to that side and I was going to that side as well, so to see a client. So that's how we started the relationship. But it didn't start there, of course. We started going together that and then became friends. And then as time goes on, yeah, things happen. We went to the pastor.
Okay, okay. They are making it sure,
Yes.
and I like that they're making sure to make it clear that there are procedures. A lot of people have this
Yes.
misconception that, oh, there's no dating in the YPG. No, no, no. There's no that. We do have it, but there are procedures which are followed. We know that there are some. We know that there are some who don't follow those procedures.
Hashtag number 6.
Exactly, but then that's terms. I mean, it's on you. You know, we
Yeah.
give you the disclaimer, but that's on you. But we have these procedures in place to help you. I mean, if you're doing it the right way, we are here to assist you, to help you. How long are you guys married for now?
Uh, 8 years now.
Yes,
8 years.
Okay,
And then before our first date, by the way, can I tell you that?
please. We're getting comfortable. We're getting
Yes.
comfortable.
Yeah. Our first date was at Love Walk, Johannesburg Zoo, with the bishop that day, and then we went to Love Walk, and then that was our first day knowing each other, starting to know each other. So that's where now things started happening. The same year that we got married after that Love Walk event.
Oh, they never wasted time.
Yeah,
They're
didn't
like
waste
love
time.
walk marriage.
Marriage
you know, like
fast.
let's not waste time.
We're not here to play
Baba.
games.
Winnow10 is asking here, how old were you guys when you met? And they're asking
They're
this.
asking. They want to know. I'll even put it here for you guys.
Yeah.
Very young.
very, very young.
What is very young?
What is very young exactly?
16
No,
and 19.
no. 8. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes.
Laina, you were 16 and Tabiso was 19.
Yes, he's 3 years old. Yeah, 19.
Okay. And what were you doing at the time? Were you in school or?
She was doing matric at that time.
Yes, I was in school.
Yes, she was at school, and I was working.
Oh my goodness, Kumo says, step 1, attend all YPG bries.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay, okay. And tell us, who came to the YPG first? Was it you, Tabiso, or was it you, Laina? How did that?
Well, I grew up in the church, Pastor, but PJ, I grew up in the church, but I didn't immediately go to the YPG. I grew up in the church, I was in Sunday school. After Sunday school, when I had to be moved to the YPG, I really didn't want to go to the YPG. So I would actually attend 7:30 in the church, and then I would immediately go home. So YPG wasn't really an interest for me from the beginning. So I later joined YPG when I was around 16. Yeah, 16, 17. I met him there at the YPG. He was already there.
Okay, okay. Tabiso, how did you end up in the YPG?
Uh, I came to the church. When I came to the church, I was actually doing matric. Yeah. Then I had a problem. So I was, I don't know, should I call it sickness or what? But I don't want to go to that detail. So let's say I was sick because, and then from the church I was attending, I went to my pastor to that church, and the pastor said to me that I have to see a sangoma because the problem I have is too deep. It needs to I need to consult from sangomas. So that is how I went to the sangoma, and then they helped me, and then afterwards I didn't have money to pay the sangoma, so that was a problem. Then the sangoma told me if I don't pay him the money that I owe him, he's going to return back the problem I had. So that is when now, on December, while we were dancing and all that, the problem came back. So after that, I went to my friend. from at school. January, I told my friend my the problem I had. So now he told me, no, this Sunday, let's go to the church. Which church? And then he told me Universal Church, what. Then that's how I went to the church. But then I saw people calling me for youth, for youth. Then I didn't want to go there. I said, no, I came, I have my problems. Then after they helped me with my problem, that is when they continued help calling me, actually asking me to attend the YPG. Then I will go. Sometimes I will not go. I was never committed to that. Every Sunday, then I said, I have to be clever because I don't want to attend the YPG. I went. I will sit at the back. Then I'll sit at the back when the pastor say Bazalwane bye bye. Then I will go quickly. But unfortunately, they are still waiting for me at the door. So I used to portray myself like I'm a strong man. Like when they look at me, I will be serious, and then so that they may not ask me to attend the YPG. So then as time goes on, I said I came from the church and I was at home. I was doing nothing. So I said, why I was running home? What am I doing now? So now when my friend come and then I will go with them because I have nothing to do. Then I started to attend YPG. Became committed to YPG afterwards.
Now it's you who stands at the door to make sure that
Mm.
those those who want to run
join.
away from the YPG, you're one of them. So those of you who think you can dodge, we've been there, done that. We have
can't run.
been. You can't run.
You'll
You-
find yourself there.
Exactly. And you'll be a coordinator like them. Last week's coordinator said the same thing. And today's one, like Tabiso, like Laina said that she would not want to come to the YPG. We'll find you. We'll find you here. Those of you who say, no, I think I'm too mature, I'm too old for the YPG. Don't worry. We'll use your age and your maturity here in the YPG. Get ready for it. Most of them are asking here when the love walk is going to come. Hey, Wenna, you better sit down and calm yourselves down because some of you are still underage here. Abo, I'm a 2Ks here. I'm a 2Ks coming here. This, just listen to the stories of the adults. So y'all like to call us old. So now you sit down and wait. When it's your turn, you're going to attend. Next love walk I'm watching. Y'all have to do the same that side there in Northwest. The next love walk and be watching. And ironically, in every love walk, we usually see lots of people just there for the fun of it.
Yeah, they're just there for
especially
fun.
YPG members.
Yes.
Especially YPG members. The ones of Park Station already gave up. I don't know if it's because they know I'm gonna be.
If you sit in a circle in a love walk, just know you're in the YPG.
Oh, there are those from the YPG who end up doing their own picnic as friends
as
there.
friends there.
You just see them chilling there. Oh my goodness, we are far away, but we are all on the same tip, on the same vibe.
There
Now,
should be bouncers at the gate.
yeah, there should be bouncers. They must ask ID under 18.
Under
Get
18,
out.
get out.
Get out in the next YPG Bri and all of these things. Oh my goodness. Now tell us a little bit about the work of the YPG there in, excuse me, I have an issue here with my mic. Tell us a little bit about the work that's going on there in Joburton. We always get here and there the material of you guys doing the work. As I mentioned last week, there are some branches who, although they are so distant and not as their names are not as trademark as Joburg and Pretoria and Cape Town. Hence the reason why I'm asking to meet or to interview and get to know here these coordinators from areas in which, although in terms of a name, like it doesn't have that big name. Joburton is not such a famous place.
Yeah.
But we always see the work of the YPG going on there. Tabiso's one of those people who pesters me when he wants something. He texts me like nobody's business. And it makes me so happy because it shows that commitment, that commitment of someone who's there. So I'm not complaining, Tabiso. But tell us a little bit about the work. We're going to scroll the pictures which you sent us here. And I want you to tell us a little bit about the work and how's it going and so forth. Go for it.
So the on
On
another
another
level,
level,
one of
one
the
of the
projects,
projects,
one of the
one of the
few
few
projects that
projects
we
that we
really
really
like to
like to
focus
focus
on
on
is
is
help
help
as
as
well as
well as
uniforce,
uniforce,
because
because
during
during
help
help
we
we
get a
get
lot
a
of
lot of
teenagers who
teenagers who
go
go
through
through.
depression, some go through anxiety. So
So
the
the
project that we really try our effort and best to reach
reach
out to
out
the
to the
schools, to reach out when we evangelize,
supplies
is
is
help.
help.
Another
Another
project that we really love
love
and
and
adore
adore
is the Archangels project, where we go out, we find that youth out there that needs us to remind them
remind
that
them that
we
we
have
have
not forgotten them, that we still
still
love
love
them, that
them,
we
that
still care for them. So we definitely focusing on those projects, trying our best to win as many teenagers and help as many youth as we can. Another project that I would like to mention is Uniforce as well. Like I said, Uniforce, we go out there, we help.
No, I think they.
Seems like they must have had a connection issue. We hope they will connect
Well,
shortly. Connect shortly. We'll just be waiting for them here. They must be having some network issues. These things happen. But the YPG, they're just so contagious.
mm,
The smile is always, it's unrehearsed. It's unprepared. It's usually like, let's take the picture, and this is genuine. The joy,
yes.
which many of them come in with a huge sadness, with a huge emptiness and pain inside of their minds, inside of their heart. And when they're with us, that all goes away. And as Laina was mentioning here just now, as she was saying, the work of the Uniforce reaching out to those who are lost, the work of the Archangels, they seem to have reconnected. Laina, you can carry on. You can go for it. So that,
Okay.
okay.
yeah, you can go for it.
Um. Yes, as I was saying, the project as well that we focus on besides help and
And
university
university
projects
project.
is the one that I mentioned as well, Uniforce, where we go and help the youth that is in needy. We let them know that we are there for them, and that through all of those projects we let them know that we care for them, that no matter what they are going through, no matter what they are facing, they can they can they can lean on us for us to assist them in all of that. As well as every Sunday during our 12:30 hangout,
Out,
we
we
make
make
youth
youth
that
that
come
come
as
as
comfortable
comfortable
as
as
they
they
can.
can.
We
We
welcome
welcome
them to
them
the
to the
best
best
of
of
our
our
abilities.
abilities.
So
So
yeah,
yeah,
that's
that's
basically
basically
the
the
work
work
of
of
YPG
YPG Joburg.
Joburton.
And every week we are making sure that there is something that we do with the youth, more especially on Saturdays, so that they may continue doing the work. And then some of them, they come only for hangout. At the moment we have few that are coming only for hangout because they loved what they saw during hangout, and then they said no, we'll continue coming for hangout. They even tell us they are from other churches and all that. And then, but that is not the problem, because we called them for YPG. We didn't call them for church. And then we'll invite eventually. They will maybe join us in the future to the church.
This is awesome. This is awesome. And as I said, the vibes are the same in different places, far away. The vibes are the same. Sometimes I always think I wish I could have in one room, one place, all the coordinators of the whole of South Africa. But I think that will not be possible. But I do believe that in heaven we will be able to meet all
Yes.
of us and celebrate this beautiful work which is being done from you guys. Their outstanding work. The pictures look awesome. Please, guys, keep up the hard work. I pray that God keeps giving you guys wisdom, strength for you guys to do much more and to take it to an even higher level. Talking about to another level, just a quick pause. I already have the slogan for 2024 of the YPG?
Keep it.
Obviously,
That's
I'm not
nice.
gonna leak it. No
Don't
ways,
leak
you
it.
guys are not gonna know.
You know they like Ndabas.
I know you guys like Ndabas, but you will only hear it on the 1st of January 2024. I'll go live if we're still alive. If we're not, then it's over because I'm keeping it to myself. If I die, it's over. It's over.
over.
It's over. So, Tabiso Laina, beautiful work which you guys are doing. Awesome work which you guys are doing there. Once again, I repeat. Tell me something. When June 16, were you guys in Joburton or did you go to Rustenburg?
We're in Joburton.
Okay. Tell me the one of the stadium, the picture there of the stadium. Was it a stadium or did I confuse things? Hold on. Okay, this was a sports event, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay. And then this, show me the one of the school. How many schools are you guys working with there?
At the moment, we're working with, is it
Two.
It's
Two
two.
so far.
Two so far. Yeah,
Chris Honey, and we also have a school that we call Prestige. Usually, when we do sports events, especially, there's the school Prestige. Oh, we always invite them for them to play with us soccer, and they also have ladies for netball.
Wonderful. Is this one of the
and
schools?
today yes, and today, sorry, and today we were supposed to play with Vuselela as well, but they postponed because they had some challenges. So we are eventually going to start. It's a college, so we are eventually going to start working with them as well.
Very nice.
But we're starting with sports.
Superb. Keep up the great work, guys. I know God is going to really bless you guys. You guys are doing an amazing work. Before you go, please share your last thoughts and obviously send a shout out to the YPG there in Joburton. And for those who are in Joburton or have friends or family members in Joburton, tell us where they can be in the morrows there for the YPG hangout.
Hi YPG Joburton, Rustenburg, Potchefstroom, Kanana, Kuma. We definitely going to another level, Rustenburg. And tomorrow we're gonna be in Joburton at 12:30. That's when our YPG hangout starts. And yeah, just come see the vibes, guys. Everything is gonna be cool. It's gonna be to another level.
Address is 525 Kopanon Street, Joburton. So let us all meet.
Oh gosh,
Ish.
there we go. We're having a little bit of some. Well, not we. They are having a little bit of some technicalities. I'm assuming it is their network. I think it almost came back, but it stopped. But that's not an issue. We're gonna go for a short break. Whilst we edit, we're gonna go for a short break, and when we come back, we're gonna finalize the last the last section. Let me see, this last segment of today's Vibe O'Clock, talking about the wide angle. What I want to play for you guys is a short video which our Limpopo fam did regarding the work of HELP. I want you guys to watch, and I hope that it inspires you. But don't move, we are going to be right back.
What's going on, YPG fam? My name is Musima and we are in the streets of Seshego for our YPG Help project.
Hi YPG fam, my name is Lawrence. We are YPG Limpopo in Mokopane.
YPG family, it's that time of the year where we need to reflect and focus on our mental health. As you know, in the YPG, we love and care for you. That's why in Limpopo today, we are having our Help project. Come along and see what's happening.
the YPG all the way from Brooklyn, we went to the street to spread the word of hope because we believe that we do not judge, but we help. Guess what? Life is worth living. Giving up is never an option. Thank you.
She said what she said is exactly it. Giving up is never an option. Tabiso, you were cut off by the network just for you to finalize for us to carry on. Tell us the address once again.
The address is 525 Kopanon Street, Joburton. We are indeed going to another level. PJ, just want to add to the first question about anger. Can I add my little story that I have about it?
Go for it.
Hello, PJ.
Please do. Yes, yes, please do.
Yes, I had a problem as well of anger. One day, I used to fight with my cousin, and it was something that I couldn't control. Sometimes when he does something at home, I will beat him, and then we will fight, and then we will even fight with the things that we see around us. So, and then one day he used to beat my mother. So when he beats my mother, I will beat him, and the time came when I was in the church, when I was in the YPG, I started to change my behavior, to change everything, my lifestyle. So now, one day I came back from the church. It was on Wednesday, and when I came back from the church, when I went home, I found out that my mother is somewhere from her friends, because my cousin was beating him, throwing stones to her, and all that. So now, I wanted to beat him. So, and I couldn't control that anger. So I was looking for him, but I didn't find him. Then uh, something came to my mind, like, why do you want to beat him? Like, what are you going to benefit from that? Just leave that to the police if you have to take it to the police, but do not do nothing. Because, and then like a word came to my mind saying, if you do that, you are going to lose me. Like I was asking myself, what? And I started crying, like, I want to beat him. He beat at my mother. I want to beat him. And I was boiling with anger, but now I can't beat him. Like, it's something saying, no, don't do that. And then that is where I started crying, crying, crying. Then I realized that, when you have the Spirit of God, you have to listen to God, to the voice of God, so that you may not do something that will harm your future or your life. Because due to anger, you might harm your future, or you might harm your life. You might end up in jail, or something could happen, or the person you are fighting with can end up killing you, or because of, or both of you were angry, and then you saw something maybe on the floor or something, he pick up something and then he beat you. So that is why now I started to think, no, I have to use my mind when it comes to this. And after that, since I changed, he started changing. He stopped beating my mother, just like that. And then we started having good relationship. I started, taking him, even to matric farewell. I'm the one who took him, who bought everything for him, because we started having a good relationship. Due to I changed the way I did things. I changed. I stopped everything that I used to do, changing it, and then that's how our relationship changed. So the anger, you can control it if you ask God to help you.
There you have it. There you have it. He, as we mentioned, he used
Mind
his mind. He
over the heart.
put his mind over the heart. Thank you so much for sharing. Laina and Tabiso, thank you so much for your guys' participation. All the best. A huge shout out to our YPG fam in Joburton. There we go. One more down. Next week we're going to already have the couple for next week. They don't even know who they are. They don't even know it's them.
But we know.
But we know who they are. So next week we'll have another couple sharing their love story here.
Yes.
And this amazing work which they're doing of the YPG that side. Thank you so much to the two of you. And Vinny, the wide angle, talk to us.
The wide angle, not with Market, sorry. So the wide angle, when we talk about film and production, it's a very interesting angle because it sets the scene for the subject. In every movie, the subject is the most important factor. And we try to understand his stories through the different angles, through the different viewpoints. Now, the wide angle is that shot where you see not just the subject but everything around it.
Yeah.
And this is very important because the environment sets the understanding, it sets the tone, it sets the mood for that subject. If the person is in a wide shot and it's very dark, very gloom, even the music is sad, then already you can tell that that is a sad or depressed or heartbroken character, especially when you see the thunders and the rain and everything. It gives you an indication of what's going on in that person's life. If that person is in a busy environment, like if you put him in an office scene and everyone's talking to him and he's answering the phone calls, he's calling the shots, his desk is filled with papers and all that stuff, you might put that into line of success, that this person is in a position of success, he's in a position of responsibility,
Busy.
he is busy, he is the guy who calls the shots.
Yeah.
So the environment tells you a bit of the subject. Now let's put that into our perspective today as young people. What does your environment say about you? There's many things if you look at it not in a small view but a wide view. For example, if you look at your room, does it tell you you're organized or
Ish.
does it tell you you're disorganized?
Some people are going to be quiet there in the comment section, or they're just going to log out of the Vibe Clock and say, "This is my cue. My mother's calling me.
It's time to go.
It's time to go."
They've been hoping for load shedding.
Oh yeah, they'll provoke load shedding.
But that's life. It shows you if you've got things together or not. We spoke earlier about when we answered the question, your room. Now I'm going back to the room. Is it dark? Do you like it dark or do you like it bright? It speaks about the kind of person you are.
Yeah.
Are you the type of person who is surrounded by people? Does that make you popular? Or are you isolated because you're lonely or because you're able to handle things by yourself? The wide shot is the best way of you really understanding who you are. Your surroundings speak a lot about you. And if you're not aware of what's happening around you, that's a problem because maybe you are that kind of person who likes things dark and you're okay with that. But deep down you're actually sad.
Yeah.
Maybe the wide shot shows you that you are disorganized. We spoke about the room. Your room is always, someone has to be on your case. Someone has to tell you what to do. Someone has to tell you to clean, to have things in order. And you see that it tells you that your life is out of control. You have no sense of stability.
The kind of friends you have also speaks a lot about you. There's that
Exactly.
famous saying, "Tell me who you walk with and I'll tell you who you are." The kind of people that you are close with will say a lot.
Exactly.
You're chilling with people who are, I'm sorry to use the expression, but low life, because I think a low life is somebody who chooses to live a low life. It's not a matter of, oh, he grew up in that. No, low life, I mean in the sense of people who make bad choices and permit themselves to live a below mediocre life. So maybe those are the kind of people that you hang around with. You choose those people. It says a lot about you. It definitely says a lot about you.
And what about the opposite end? Maybe you're alone. But are you alone because no one likes you? Or you're alone because you provoke people and you push them away?
And there's that famous, "I don't need friends. I don't want friends."
Yes, that
I don't need anybody.
subtle pride.
There's a subtle pride because a lot of people say, "No, I'm alone because I like being alone." Wait a minute. You like being alone? We human beings don't like being alone. The greatest punishment a human being has is being taken away from people. Imprisonment. And when even worse, imprisonment is solitary confinement, because human beings can't bear living alone. Is it because you don't know how to keep your friends, or is it because you're an unbearable person? As you said, you provoke them. People just don't like being around you, definitely. And the wide angle, it seems like something which others see about you, but there is a moment in your life where you need to get into the wide angle shot and see what's going on in your very own life.
100%. And that's what I wanted to say, is that at the end of the day, your wide angle could also be a facade. How many people work to keep the wide angle busy to pass on an image which is not really there?
Yeah.
How many people try, like, for example, when you watch a movie, you always see that person who is like at the top, the big shot. Like, his life is busy up and down. Everyone's talking to him and he's the main, he's the, what do you call it? The center of attention. But when he steps out of that office, he's a nobody again.
Yeah.
He's alone. It's like the bully at school. He has the attention in the classroom.
Mm-hmm.
In one area, he is the center of attention. But when he goes home,
that wide shot is the escape of the reality, whereby at home he's rejected, he's hurt, he's bullied by the rejection from his mom, from his dad, his fatherless figure, the abuse and so forth. Nobody is born a bully. People become a bully as a result of what they are going through in life. Wow, I didn't think of the wide shot in this perspective. When you mentioned it earlier on, I didn't see it, but now when you really, though, the wide shot,
it's powerful.
It says a lot. It says a lot. Either you're putting a filter on your wide lens so that people think one thing about you, or indeed you're choosing to ignore what reality is showing. But the fact is, our conscience knows the reality of our wide shot.
You can't run from the truth.
Not at all.
You can't.
And you can't run from your conscience.
The beauty of this wide shot, is it's for you to know yourself. I think the greatest problem of a young person, PJ, is that we lack being self-aware. And that is a huge problem, because if you're not self-aware, you don't know your strengths, your weaknesses. You don't know what to work towards. You don't know what you need to change. You just live each day as it comes. And that's the biggest trap any young person can live in, is not knowing themselves. And the wide shot is the perfect opportunity to know yourself.
And that's so true what you're saying, because a lot of youth, mostly they will depend on others to give them what they are missing, to escape what's going on. Like, I don't want to look at my true wide shot where I'm lonely, where I'm afraid, where I'm weak, where I'm doubtful. So I will, for example, go on social media, give them the impression of something I'm not, so that they can validate me, and I can lie to myself and tell myself that I'm okay, all is good, all is well. But I repeat, we cannot deny our own conscience, the reality. We can't escape from our conscience. Our conscience is always going to tell you, hey, this is your reality. Your reality are not those fake friends which are telling you how amazing you are. Of which, by the way, oftentimes a person will have many likes from people they have never even met. How can someone who's never met you speak so much about you, tell you so much about yourself?
Yeah.
I like, however, allow me just to point out this before we wrap up. I like the point where you said about your room. Your room says a lot about you. If I decided today's a day where I went to come and visit the room of the YPG members, what would that room say? Would it be welcoming? Would it be neat? Will it be clean? Or will it be an embarrassment? Where is your YPG t-shirt right now? Is it ready for tomorrow? Or is it somewhere in the laundry where you don't even know where it is? Because you still gotta find it. It's still there dirty, you forgot, you never bothered checking it. Tomorrow's Sunday. Or you're just gonna be late tomorrow. Your coordinator's gonna complain why you were late for the service and why you were late for this and that, because it was a last minute thing. Oh yeah, my YPG t-shirt. Maybe your priority list is the wide angle that's trying to remind you that you don't set the right priorities. Playing games, watching TV, watching series, chatting, being on social media is more important than preparing the things which you need to prepare. Not that it's wrong to do those things, but there is a time and a place for everything. Definitely the wide angle. Wow, I never thought of it that way.
It's deep.
But I think it has spoken. It's spoken a lot. I think it said a lot. So those of you who feel guilty right now, the comment section is going quiet now when we talk about the cleanliness of your room. I think it it is definitely something. There is an African proverb which goes, "Cleanliness is close to godliness." I just want to wrap up with that. So if you are clean, the white shot tells you that you are close to godliness. It does have a good indication of that. Your bedroom, how you live your life, how you take care of your things, small things like your space case, your pencil case and stuff, how you take care of that is an indication of what's actually inside of you. How your school books are. Maybe your school books are all over the show. You never bother covering them, or at least, labeling them nicely. It's just, poof. It's just a mess. Your behavior at school is a wide angle. Maybe your teacher would be the perfect wide angle to speak about your behavior at school. I think I should just keep quiet, because if I carry
keep on going, you're just gonna.
I'm gonna break some hearts. Our audience is gonna drop, and that's not. It's going to it's going to hurt many.
Someone's plate is under his bed.
Oh
Say
yes,
that.
yes. I hope it's not yours. I hope. Yes, that is so true. So I just want you guys to think, and maybe you might hurry up and go say like, "Yo, feeling guilty now. Let me go clean my room because my coordinator is gonna ask me about it tomorrow." But if that is inside of you, next week, next month, it'll be back to what it is. You need to fix what's inside for you to be able to fix what's on the outside. I don't know if you want to speak more. I think I should stop here.
No, it's done. It's done.
Is it done?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, then I shall stop here. I shall not go
I
any
like
further.
this question. Do you feel attacked? If you do, something's wrong.
Yeah, somebody Masendli says chest pains. I'm just putting it there. I'm just putting it there. Reminding you guys that never, never, never do we say anything to offend anybody. We always say it to open our eyes. And we've been there before. As we mentioned, ourselves and Tabiso, as well as his wife and the others have been there before. So we've made those bad choices, which speaks volumes about our lives. Okay? That's it from us, guys. We're going to be signing out next week. What angle are we going to be tackling?
If we tell them now.
Never mind then.
Ish.
Next week we're going to have another couple. And the other week I have another couple. Still this month we're going to have a special edition of the Viber Clock. More special than any other.
Yo.
This one, Laina and Tabiso, is going to be, not that today's one isn't special or last week's wasn't, but this one is going to be more special than any other Viber Clock we have had in the Viber Clockian days of the Viber Clock.
Ish.
We have never Viber Clocked like we are going to Viber Clock before the end of August. It's going to be by the end of August, right?
Yeah, it should be the end of August.
I hope so.
I hope so.
You also hope so,
I
no?
also hope so.
I am not allowed. I've got two things which I'm not allowed to leak. One, y'all gotta wait until January. The other one, y'all are gotta wait until another week or two. Let's say 2 weeks time. And I'm not gonna leak. I will just send hints during the week of something is happening. All I want to say is the Viber Clock from that day is going to another level. Y'all just have to get ready for it, guys.
Yeah, stay in suspense, people.
Stay in it's not fair. No,
Yeah, it's not fair.
It's not fair, but it's worth the wait, guys. On that one, buy 5 gigs of data at least. At least 5 gigs. Y'all have to watch this one on HD. Bye-bye. I'm out of here.
Get a generator.
I'm out of here. I don't want to be here anymore.
Now the song won't even play. There we go.
Looking for something extra? Well then, join the YPG every Wednesday from 4 p.m. for the Something Extra. Where are you getting it wrong? Where can you improve? Get in-depth tips on how you can grow as a youth. Join us at a YPG branch near you. For more information, DM us at Facebook or Instagram at YPGRSA or call the toll-free helpline number at 0800 330 320.